All right, well, Rick, another obviously important game tonight. We talk about that every time. Every game is a playoff game, this chance, but what do you want to see from your group tonight, especially against Columbus?
Well, I hate using the word desperation, but we're playing teams that are desperate too, like really desperate. So, you got to worry about using that word all the time, because desperation is a good thing, but sometimes a bad thing where you get out of control type of thing. So I think where you say desperation, I think it's like good changes, a block shot, like every inch matters in these more than ever, because the other team's thinking the same way. When two teams think the same way, the team that thinks better, I think, usually wins, if that makes any sense.
Keeper Sherwood's been in this league for a few years now. People know what he's about. Did you have any sense that he could be this disruptive, this impactful to games?
Well, we got a taste of him in the playoffs last year, and we really liked what he did. He kind of threw a wrench at us a few times the way he played. Saying that, I really do. There's another level. I know he's got 15, how many goals he got, obviously career high, but I think there's another level. We've talked about that where he could even reinvent himself even better. I think there's more there, and he's played well for us, but I think he could even be a 20-goal scorer all the time. But yeah, no.
Yeah, you're a guy who liked to hit, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Has your coaching style, your personality sort of enhanced that element of his game as well?
Well, yeah, but I'm trying to calm him down a little bit. Like, I mean, I got that speech as a young guy too. I think you just got to be careful you run around too much. You know, it's great to get hits, but I think he's actually toned it down a little bit, and I think he's in better position. Don't get me wrong, I don't want guys to turn down a hit, but there's sometimes when it's better to be in better position than go for the hit. But he's such a great team guy that he feels by him going out there doing that is helping the team, which he's right. He's just got to kind of take a little bit less.
As a guy who could score goals, could fight, how much respect do you have for a guy down the hall, for a guy like Matthew Olivier, who's put together a season this year?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of him all year. I've watched his game. I mean, Dino's done a hell of a job with him. He's playing all facets of the game. I've seen him out there last minute of the game. I've seen him penalty kill. I've seen him power play, and I've seen him knock people out. So it's hard to find those guys.
Rick, how similar a player do you see in Quinn Hughes and Zach Werenski?
Yeah, I mean, both having terrific years, and both teams really rely on those guys. And I got a taste of seeing him in the Four Nations, the States, and he was noticeable against the best players in the world. So yeah, they're similar for sure.
Q Suter's somebody that I had coming in the OHL. Yeah. He's really come into his own here, the opportunity. What has he been able to do to really have a role with your team?
Well, I'll be honest with you. I think he's stepped up. His conditioning this year has been outstanding. He came into camp in good shape, but his preparation all year. I think I've shared stories with local guys about, he's in a gym at 10 o'clock at night after a road trip. On a road trip, and his practice habits are great. And his brain, that's the reason why he's so good. He's an extension of the coaching staff. He's a real smart guy. If we're going to do a wrinkle in a system, he's usually the first guy to do it in practice for us, because he'll probably do it right the first time.
The most excited you have been to play a game here, the way this season's going for you?
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I think just being in the dogfight right now and us scrapping and clawing is everything you can ask for as a competitor. So I think we're all chomping at the bit tonight for the game, and can't wait for the puck drop.
You grew up a huge Blue Jackets fan. I assume you have no problem taking 2 points from them.
Yeah, it's all business here. There's no friends. Talk to guys before or after the game, but it's going to be a dogfight tonight, and like I said, we can't wait for it.
What's it just like to be back home?
It's always special. Columbus is a special city, and you see how tight knit the community is, and how everyone is kind of in it together, rooting for all the guys that have made it, and the guys that are coming up along the way. So we all still keep tabs on it, and it just shows the great length of what Columbus has done for the city, and also the people that it's produced.
You have a lot of friends and family in the stands tonight?
Yeah, we'll have a few. Yeah.
Did you have a chance to get together with any of the guys like last night?
I actually saw Sean a little bit before the game, but try to save it for after. I don't think there's any good stuff that we're going to say before a game. I guess it's just we'll save it for after. I guess.
Yeah. What have you found in your game this season that's allowed you to elevate and play the way that you played this year?
I think just sticking to the identity that I try to bring each and every night. I'm really grateful for the opportunities that the organization and Tocchet and the staff have given. I came in and wanted to first establish the penalty kill and kind of grow that game. And but I say just staying true to my identity. From there, the staff really preaches, and gives us flexibility and freedom for us to make reads and rely on our instinct and not be so robotic at times. They give us some pointers, but I think just the way they break down, it allows a lot of guys to be creative and kind of play to their strengths. So I think just a combination of all that things, and we have a good group here. There's a lot of guys that have contributed along the way, and despite a lot of the diversity that we felt this year, it's kind of been next man up mentality, and a lot of guys have continue to contribute night in, night out.
Cool is it to have your name attached to an NHL record, no matter what it is?
Yeah, pretty cool. Hasn't really probably sunk in yet. We're just playing every other night. There's a job and 2 points at stake. So like I said, maybe it'll feel better at the end of the season. But I'm just focused on trying to bring it each and every night and help our team win games here.
You got a coach who is known for his physical style. You mentioned it a little bit earlier, but he's fully on board with you just being a battering ram out there?
Yeah, I think at times, I probably could lay off a little bit, but I think, when I'm just, I guess, the switch is on, it's just, I just want to play hard. I want to bring that physicality for us, and, I think I'd rather err on the side of being aggressive and, punishing other D or whoever has the puck than not. So I just try to bring that energy each and every night and hopefully it feeds off to the other guys. And, there's different ways to be hard to play against and winning recipes. So I just try to do my part and help everyone else do theirs, I guess.
To see everything that has happened in Columbus, how proud are you of the growth of the game around here?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's awesome. That's what it's just grateful to be part of it. I'm just fortunate to be one of many guys that have, kind of made it out. But I think the growth is just starting. You see the city starts to buzz when the team does well, and that's exciting. We see it from afar too. And just like I said, it's a tight-knit community, and there's a lot of good that continues to happen in Columbus. So there's a lot of good people in place, from the Ed Gingers and people that have put the AAA organization together to continue to produce high quality, high character people. Whether it's the NHL or not, I think a lot of opportunities have started to come from the organization, and Columbus has a big part of the Jackets have a big part of that, just coming to town in 2000.
Aiden Celebrini, Macklin's brother, banks it in!
The bongo anthem threw us off a little bit in the first.
We want to prove people wrong, but we want to prove ourselves right. It's a lot better than Vancouver, I'll tell you that for free.
Playoffs? The Joker says to Batman, this is what happens when an immovable force meets an unmovable object.
An unstoppable force meets an immovable object.
Generational talent.
Thanks for liking the video and subscribing.